In 1917, 3 years into the First World War, the British Prime Minister, David Lloyd George, said he wanted Jerusalem for Christmas. And that is exactly what he got. On December the 11th, General Edmund Allenby pushed aside the Turks, allies of the Germans, and marched into the city along this road. Lawrence of Arabia was by his side. The British public, weary of the horrors of the Western Front, hailed it as a triumph. For the first time since the Crusaders were thrown out by the Muslim leader Saladin 700 years before, Jerusalem was in Christian hands. Now it seemed that Palestine's population of Muslims, Jews, and Christians could be gently guided to live in harmony by the greatest empire in the world, the benevolent British. And yet, it didn't quite turn out like that.
In Tel Aviv, 100,000 Israelis march in protest against the United Nations order to evacuate the Gaza Strip and positions on the Gulf of Aqaba. Israel is demanding guarantees against future Egyptian raids before abandoning the territory. In the impasse, the United States has offered to assure Israel of aid in the event of any future aggression. Meantime, Israel stands firm against the threats of sanctions by the United Nations, citing 8 years of border raids for her stand. Israeli-Egyptian peace still remains the key to Mid-East peace.
Israel's Air Force draws the Star of David over Arab horizons. It's a potent symbol of Israel's victory in just 6 days over 3 Arab armies. The date, the 5th of June 1967, and Israel launches its first wave of airstrikes, destroying 300 Egyptian military aircraft. A day later, the Gaza Strip is taken. Then the West Bank falls. From here, it's on to Egypt and the Sinai. By the 10th of June, Syria's Golan Heights is under Israeli occupation. The war only stops after Israel heeds UN warnings not to advance further into Syrian territory. In just 6 days, 3 Arab armies are crushed. The defeat destroyed the idea of pan-Arab nationalism, an idea heavily pushed by Egyptian President Jamal Abdel Nasser. Arab countries had a new problem to deal with: Israeli occupation of their lands. Since 1967, it's been a history of fighting, interspersed with hopes of peace.
Had accepted 2 states, Palestine state and Jewish state.
And a failed peace deals. In 1973, the Arabs win a limited victory. Egypt signs a peace deal that sees the Sinai returned. But since then, the frustration in the region on all sides continues. Israel has no security and the Palestinians no state. A war that lasted just 6 days has now been waged for 40 years.